This right here is the ATOTO CB6 wireless CarPlay AI box. I want to thank them for sending this over for me to test here on the channel, but just know they are not watching this video before it goes public on the internet. They have absolutely no input over what I say or do with the box in this video. They just wanted to send one over for me to test out, and if you like what you see, there is a link down below. Now, let's get this thing unboxed and see what it's all about. All right, here we go. Let's see what's in the box here. There you have it. There's the box right here. This thing is pretty light, although it's you know, a decent size. If they finished the entire circle, this feels like it would be the size of like one of those small patties on a McDonald's burger. Jesus, look at this thing. Nice looking. I like it. And we've got some cables here. We've got our USB-C to USB-A. We've got a USB-C to USB-C. And then we've got another cable here with some notes on it. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, so it looks like one of those boxes that you have to run power to separately, I guess, to keep it powered up nicely. So there's the box in all of its glory right there. Here's some stuff on the back. There's our data connection right there. I believe this takes not just a micro SD card if you wanted to have some preloaded videos, photos, music, but it also takes a SIM card. So if you don't have, you know, like a hotspot on your car like I do, if you don't have that, then you can put a SIM card in here. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get this thing plugged in and see what happens. Okay, so if I've got this correct, we've got the plug that goes into the AI box itself, and then trying to do all this one-handed, it's like a nightmare. And then you've got the data connection, which this is going to go into your CarPlay plug-in port here. And then finally, we have a power plug here, which is going to supply power to the box. So what I've got down here that I'll show you before I plug this in is I've got my power brick here, which I'm going to go ahead and plug in now, and then we're going to go ahead and plug this part in right here. And now we have got power. Now this thing is lighting up. Okay, so let's go over to the radio and see what the radio does. See how long the radio takes to recognize. That was fast. All right. So we've got an Android loading screen here. All right. We've got restart to screen calibration. What do we do? There we go. Oh, there's my car's hybrid thing there. I get a little impatient at times. I start just clicking like crazy. So there you go. So this box should be rebooting now. It wants to calibrate to the size of my screen. And we will wait here for this thing to reappear. I just saw the light on the device itself light up about 5 seconds ago. There it is, Android. Okay. All right. So let's see what it's going to load up here. Okay, there we go. This time I have a whole bunch of buttons here. We've got Google Maps that loads right up on the home screen. Now, you're not going to see any data there because I don't have it plugged into my Wi-Fi. So why don't I go ahead and connect this thing to my Wi-Fi? We'll do a quick cut. For you, it'll be like a second. And then for me, it'll be probably like a minute or two while I type all this in. But let's go ahead and get that set up, and then we will get started. Okay, so here we are. We are back. I've got my Wi-Fi put in. I've got the time updated. I'm going to save signing into the Google just for now. But this is a Maps widget, so if I were to be signed in, it would have my local maps dialed in so that I could use this independently of my phone if I wanted to, but I'm generally a CarPlay guy, so we'll set that up in a minute. But let's just do a quick YouTube test here. So we've got the YouTube app here. We don't need notifications right now. I'm going to go ahead and type myself in here, if I may. Let's see here. I will say the keyboard, the navigation is very responsive, which I like. Got Gary Cantrell. All right. That's the guy that does all the running. He's very famous for it. Where is my channel? That's what I want to know. Jesus. Hold on. Let's put Gary CarPlay. See if that comes up. I don't know why my name's not coming up. There I am. I must be really terrible at SEO, apparently. All right, so here I am. Here's my channel. There's my engine that just cut on. All right, so here I am on the YouTube app here. Oh, I don't want to get too far away from my microphone. As you can tell, it loads pretty nicely. Let's check out, I don't know which one you got. Let's watch this. This one has the most views, 153,000. Let's see what happens here. Skip.
Earlier this year, I called this the absolute best wireless CarPlay dongle that you could buy. I think that it's a great value. I think it works incredibly well compared to other ones that I've tried. And now, the same people have come out with a newer version. So, what I wanted to see in this video, we're going to get this thing set up, get it.
I mean, it works pretty good. It starts right up. I had a little trouble searching for myself. I don't know why that happened, but we've got, let's see here. Here's another one here.
This wireless CarPlay dongle right here is currently sitting on Amazon with 4.8 stars. So if you've ever done your research on wireless CarPlay dongles, they're usually never rated that high. So one of two things is happening here. Either it's really that good, or the reviews are fake and paid for. So we're going to open this thing up, get to the bottom of it. Not sponsored, bought it with my own money. This is the AMS Feel.
So far, what I like about it is the responsiveness, and I like the fact that the video and audio are actually in sync. I can't even remember the name. There was one that I bought like a year or two ago before I started making videos on it, and this thing was like a second or two out of sync from what was shown on the screen. And I was like, this is really bad, and this is not that. In fact, it's very much in sync. Let's go back. Let's do one more video just to be sure. Let's swipe that down. Here we go. Let's do this one right here.
Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Gary, reviewing another wireless CarPlay dongle in my wireless CarPlay dongle review series, which I have in a playlist. It's up here or up here.
That is what we're doing.
In the description, but
there's a playlist up there.
Is, where I'm going on Amazon.
I'll link it right here somewhere for you.
Highly rated wireless CarPlay dongles, and displaying them here on the channel to help you make a decision on which one may be right for you. They typically...
All right, so there you go. I like it. And then what I want to see next is I want to see... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got to get used to CarPlay versus like the Android screen. There is a lot of apps on here that are already preloaded. Here's the Play Store, so if there is an app that's not on here, then you can install it yourself. You got Google Chrome, YouTube Music, Amazon Music. This right here, I believe, is their CarPlay thing. Speed Play is what they call it. So we're going to go ahead and pull out the trusty phone here. We're going to go to our Bluetooth settings here on the phone. We're looking for a CB6, which is right there. And yes, we want to pair it. Yes. Okay. And now, looks like we're going to have a sync up here, which is nice. There it is. Look at that. It loads right up. Look at that. Very quickly. Look how smooth that is. I'm very happy about that. The CarPlay is working very, very smoothly. Okay. Let's see here. Do we have any music that we can play here? Yes, we do. Let's turn that down just a little bit. We don't want a copyright strike, although this band no longer exists, so I don't know if we'll get a strike or not. But as you can tell, just real quick, here is the phone, not plugged in, and it's playing right here. This is actually the mess that I have right here that I'll have to eventually get dialed in. But yeah, if I pause it, it pauses immediately. If I play it, there should be a slight delay. Yep. Slight delay. Pause it again. Instant pause. Yeah. So that is the typical behavior of this thing. And just to show you, while the music's playing, still works seamlessly as you might expect. So as you can tell, there is a lot of responsiveness there when it comes to CarPlay, moving it around, everything works there. The usual play pause, slight delay, no big deal. We see that on all of them. What I want to go ahead and do now is the usual boot up test. We're going to see if it boots right into CarPlay or not, or if it's going to just go to the AI home screen. Either way, we just want to see how long it takes us to get into that box, and we will take it from there. So let me go ahead and flip this thing around. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the car. We have no power to the radio, no power to the car, and we're going to go ahead here in 3, 2, 1. Start the timer. And let's see how long it takes for this radio to boot up completely. Here we go. You know, the AI boxes, they always take a couple extra seconds because they're booting up an entire operating system, as opposed to your typical CarPlay dongle, which is just simply booting up, you know, it's just booting up wireless CarPlay. So you always give it a little bit longer, which is totally fine with me, considering all the stuff you get, you know, using it. So with all the different apps and the whole operating system and all that jazz. So we're going to wait for this thing to get recognized here. It should be any moment. The light is on the box. There we go. And there it is. All right. There's our home screen. And I already see the, what do you call that? The speed, that they call it the speed play. But if I go into that, it looks like it's, okay, it remembers my phone. So that's a good sign. I like that. There we go. Right into CarPlay. And if I hit this again, all right, and you pause it, and it's right off. And this was rebooted, but it has the same responsiveness. If you hit car, it's going to go to the AI screen. And yeah, there you go. There's a lot of icons on here, a lot of stuff that I don't even know. TikTok, you can watch TikTok on here. I won't be doing that, but it is here if you want to do it. Okay, so just so you know, if you want this thing to boot right up into CarPlay, if you're like me and you want to get right to business, go to your settings, go to other settings, go to boot up app, and if you scroll down, it should be in here. Let's see. Speed play. So now, if we turn this thing off again, Look at that. How cool is that? All right, so my closing thoughts. First of all, I think I said this a little bit earlier in the video, but if you're going to have to run separate power to this thing, it had better be responsive. And I will say that I think it performs very well in that category. It is very responsive. You know, once you go into the settings and you put in all your stuff, you put in your Wi-Fi and everything, that's when you're really dialed in. When you first turn it on, it's like, holy crap, what do I do here? But you put in your Wi-Fi, you start going into apps, and you're good to go. YouTube, very, very responsive, which I'm a big fan of that. I like the fact that I can just go in there and put in my name, CarPlay, whatever, and there's my videos. I think that's very cool, and you know, I think it's very cool that this one has the option in the settings to make a default app to boot up into. So as you saw, it's like, hey, if you don't want to go to that home screen every time, if you're more of like, let's get down to business and you want to just fire this thing up and it goes right into CarPlay, you can do that. So I like that bit of customization. There's a whole lot of customization that you can do, which I think is very, very cool. So I'm definitely going to give this one a thumbs up, because I just like how many different options there are in there. Like if I were to go through every option, we'd be here for like probably 5 or 6 hours. That's how many different options and different customizing you can do to truly get it to your liking. That is something that Android, I know I'm an Apple guy, but I can give compliments where compliments are due. When you have something that, you know, that's built in Android, Android's always been the platform that lets you customize like every little minute detail. So I think that that's cool that you can go in there and just customize a bunch of stuff and get it to your liking. So I like all that. Again, I will put a link down below for you if you want to check it out for yourself. But who is this box for ultimately? I think if you travel a lot, this box is for you. If you've got, you know, kids in the car, a wife or a girlfriend in the passenger seat, and they want to watch stuff while you drive, then you've got YouTube. You've got every app that's in the Play Store to your disposal, essentially, that you can run on here. You just need to have some sort of data. So whether that's a hotspot via your car, I probably wouldn't recommend the phone, because if you're doing CarPlay, then those two cannot run simultaneously. Any one of these AI boxes, you cannot run a hotspot on your phone and have wireless CarPlay. It's just not how it works, because the Wi-Fi bands are being used up and all that stuff. So, you know, if you were going to, like, let's just say if you were going to get this box and run it pure Android, and maybe you're not looking for the CarPlay, this could be very cool for you in the fact that you could hotspot this thing up, and then now you've got every movie, app, whatever at your disposal. It has a SIM card. You could put a SIM card in there. If you have one of those, you could put a micro SD with some preloaded media on it. You could stick that in there. I just don't have one with me right now, but you could do all that. So I will go ahead and put a link down below if you want to check this thing out. And if you made it this far in the video, guys, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're still watching at this point, you probably like something, right? So hit the like button, hit subscribe if you want some more, and hit the bell so that you'll be notified every time I publish brand new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.